Hello everyone, it's your bud. Today we will be talking about Horakhty, the creator of light, also known as Halactie, the creator of light. It's got multiple pronunciations and writings. There's an English one. There's multiple pronunciations for this, so look out for that. I always liked this character. She always reminded me of Galadriel mixed with Nefertiri, the Egyptian queen. Such a cool character design and one that I always loved. I wish that there was tons of information on this character, but this is Yu-Gi-Oh that we're talking about, so as far as I'm aware, there's just a single scene with her where 3 god cards are fused to summon her. That's how it works in the game too, I believe. Fuse all 3 Egyptian god cards and summon Horakhty and you instantly win the game. I might pronounce it Horakhty or Horakhty, just to let you know. In the anime or the manga, Horakhty defeated a bunch of dark gods with a single light attack from her. Having the title Creator of Light is so cool. I want to know more about her place in the creation myth of Yu-Gi-Oh! I love the mythology that they make for themselves in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there are none better than Horakhty herself. Her arm... Fuck, seriously? I'm sorry everyone, I know it's so fucking annoying to have hammering in the background. I really hope you can't hear it. Alright, let's just move on with this and whatever, I'll just talk louder and put in more music. I love the mythology that they make for themselves in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there are none better than Horakhty herself. Her armor is splendid, gold and bright with a mix of Egyptian-style iconography and what I believe to be Aztec, Incan, or Mayan imagery too. The sun is such an important image in human history, and I think Horakhty incorporates Aztec, Incan, and Mayan sun god into the design of her appearance. I love her armor, and I'll say that again 1,000 times. It's so well designed, although there seem to be some differences between the cards and anime. So, she's an insta-win condition in the game, and I'm pretty sure that she's just promotional material that can't actually be played. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I just check in from time to time to see the new sets of monsters and ideas. If Yu-Gi-Oh! Does what Yu-Gi-Oh! Does, then one day there might be a whole set of Horakhty-type monsters. Maybe just different stages of her power, or maybe her power split into different forms or aspects. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Operates, making dark magician-type monsters or blue eyes-type monsters and such. I wonder if Horakhty will get the same treatment one day. I always liked the cool power of Exodia, but truthfully, I never cared so much for the design, so I'm glad there's something seemingly above or before Exodia that's more powerful, or at least an equal level of win condition power. Being the creator of light is very cool and instantly fills my imagination with endless possibilities. I just had a second hunch right now as I'm writing this. My first was that her design looks South American influenced, and I still think she's quite similar in some way, sort of like the Eagle Warriors or something like that. However, I just did a check on Babylonian goddesses, and I came upon an interesting goddess. When I typed this in, I got a plaque. Now this plaque is known as the Queen of Night. The origin of the plaque and the name of the goddess have not been agreed upon, but still, just looking at this plaque and hearing the title of the Queen of Night draws instant comparison between the Queen of Night and the Creator of the Light. The goddess that is depicted is thought to be one of 3. Ina, I-N-A-N-N-A, or Ishtar, depending on which culture, Lilith, or Ereshkigal. Ereshkigal, is that really the name? Anyways, I'm gonna put all the text on these just for these names so you can get it, but really is Ereshkigal. That didn't look funny until I said it out loud. all of whom fit Horakhty's description really well. Ereshkigal, that does make me giggle. Ereshkigal, ruler of the sun, Inanna, Mesopotamian goddess of love, beauty, sex, fertility, war, justice, and political power. I mean, a goddess of political power, that's really cool. Like, that's wicked. The state had its own god. I'm sure you know Lilith. Although when I did some research, I saw a mention that Lilith and Semiramis had a link. I couldn't find anything else in this, as I don't have time set aside for much more researching, but go down a wiki rabbit hole and see what you can find. For those unaware, Semiramis was a queen of Babylon, one who took over after her husband the king died, and then she remarried, but I believe the new guy died as well. So then she ruled Babylon, the great wonder of the ancient world. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were attributed to her, and she's one of my favorite female rulers in history. Although if I'm going to be talking about awesome women of power and mentioning Egyptian-influenced manga like Yu-Gi-Oh!, then I must mention Hatshepsut. I might be pronouncing this wrong, but and again, I'll put the name up on screen for you. But she's one who became queen at 12 years old, and then when her son Thutmose III was still too young to rule and her husband had died, I believe actually died this one, but who knows. Anyways, Hatshepsut became regent and then ruled as pharaoh for years. It took a while for the transition between regent to pharaoh, and then since she was the daughter of a pharaoh, because, you know, that's just how ancient societies were weird like that. So she was known for quite some time before she eventually became pharaoh herself. I believe she created the temple at Karnak, which is a really, really cool temple, which every pharaoh after her fought over and claimed as their creation. They just scrubbed her face off the wall, drew their own, and it was like, oh yep, this was me, I made this for me, this is my tomb. Anyway, Hatshepsut created many monuments and obelisks that still stand to this day, I believe. And if you wonder how she kept power, as I don't think she was murdering left and right to keep the power, she tied herself closely to religion, calling herself the wife of Ammon. And if you don't know, Ammon-Ra eventually joined, but Ammon was king of the gods, head of the gods at this point, basically saying, no, I'm not single, I'm married to a god, so let me be pharaoh. After all, if I'm married to God, who'd be a better choice? And her accomplishments always inspire me so much. Like, literally, when you just look up her accomplishments, it's awesome. She made many trade routes and sent out very impressive expeditions of ships to travel and trade. She was the first to have recorded transplanting of trees, having 30 live myrrh trees brought from the land of Punt, from the south, below Egypt, all the way back to her, with the roots kept in water for the whole trip. She then had the trees planted in her mortuary complex. This voyage also brought back some frankincense, which Hatshepsut ground into something called coal eyeliner, the first recorded use of this for such a purpose. Having a female ruler who was in the public eye for 20 years gives us a really interesting look at the powerful women's lives that existed. Hatshepsut was peaceful, but also led military campaigns. And well, I could keep going on about her forever, as you can tell, so I think I should save more about her for another video. If you all give this a lot of likes, if you all hit that like button a lot, I'll know that you want to learn the rest of her story. So Horakhty, creator of light, seems to have many influences. From the possibly Babylonian tablet of the Queen of Night, to the phonetic name of Hatshepsut, to the style and headdresses of Babylonian, Egyptian, Aztec, Incan, and Mayan sun gods. I guess she's probably also the opposite of Nyx, the Greek goddess of night. Well, I hope that you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed researching this, and once I finish the script, I get to the fun part of finding all the pictures for this video, and I think this is going to be a real treat. I can't mention anything else or I'll be searching for reference photos and connecting myths and ideas like that all day. So thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe, and leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. I think that was pretty good, not too much hammering. I'll keep that recording. Thanks for watching.